feel like I'm done with this shit. Been this way for a while, I'm not even proud, I'm not having fun with this shit. And I love doing music, but a lot of the times I feel like we forcing this shit. Got a lot on my mind, I'm trying to keep up with this shit. And I don't go dialing no numbers about it, cause who give a fuck about this shit? Swoopy, he back on the bricks, but I got my eyes on the brick. And he tell me get out, but I'm kinda knee deep in this shit. I like on the pic, but in person I wouldn't even touch on that bitch. And she throwing dirt on my dick, but never too big on the features, cause I do not fuck with these niggas. I don't trust none of these niggas, I keep it tucked for these niggas. Niggas be different, I don't know what's up with these niggas. Circle the block more than twice than we spend on your shit.
Welcome back to C.O.O.L podcast. I am your host, Tiana Leon, and we have your other host,
Harry Leon.
And then we got special guest this week, our cousin Flame. Flame, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Flame. Just figured I'd tap in with y'all, enlighten y'all on a few things, and speak more about what's coming on in the future. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Tapped in with y'all today. So let's get to it,
man. Well anticipated.
Right. And we doing something different because we never had 2 shows in a week like this, but we giving y'all something special because as we said in the last segment, you see it's coming up Quanell's birthday, which is our cousin. So it's only right that we do 2 segments in 1 week and bring his uncle on here.
Oh, definitely.
Let's get into it.
So a lot to tap into.
Right, go ahead, Harry.
I'm gonna start the show off, man, by talking about you growing up in Camden, Flame.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and dive in, man. If you all don't know, Flame is a music producer. He's a music artist, and he represents the city of Camden, man, to the fullest, man. So, just dive in on that, Flame.
I mean, it's pretty much, I'm from Camden. Music, that's something I always did since youth. I wasn't too big on that, making the band and all that in school and all that. I did it, but I was more like an ultra collective type of creator, if that makes sense. Like everything I did was strictly like in here. I couldn't read none of that shit out. You couldn't teach me nothing. So it was like, everything was strictly mechanical. But over the years, consistently doing it, I was able to establish a few avenues with it, that opened up a few doors for me. I'm still a student, still learning, and networking as I go. That's pretty much it, man.
Man, and y'all don't know, Flame is from East Camden. I remember being on Vincent Street as a kid with Flame, and just being around him and seeing him pick up the keyboard, man. It's just like, for me, it's like it's kind of crazy, man, to see us years later. You know what I mean? We went to the same school, went to Kramer Elementary, man, and man, I was there with you when you like first started picking up the keyboard, bro. And like, it's crazy. Like, you just always had like a passion for music.
Grand piano, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started with the drums, though. That's the crazy thing. I started with the drums, and then it was like I wanted to make my own sounds. I used to say like hum the shit out in my head, but I'm like, nah, I gotta fuck around on the piano. Got a grand piano. It was a Casio. I got a Casio.
Yeah.
And I started combining that with the percussion.
Yeah.
And then it was on, man. I was probably like 9 when that started, and then ever since then, still doing it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. It's crazy for me, man, because I just used to be around the crib, and I used to just hear you like, you know what I mean, just messing around. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It just evolved.
Yeah. A lot of that, it's crazy because back then, we was playing around with it, but I was dead ass serious. Like I was really like, I'm like, yeah, man, like, oh, I can hear so and so on this. I think, yeah. So in my head, that's where I was already going with it, but not realizing it was like it took a lot more work than that shit. But just the idea of it though, it was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, oh shit. And then of course later on, once placements started to come and stuff like that, like networking with different like artists, people was like, "Ah, I knew it. I knew you was going." Like it was like, "Oh yeah, I knew you was gonna be a producer. You was doing that shit since." I'm like, "Yeah," but that was just something that stuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's more or less what that was, and I couldn't shake it.
Yeah. I think
But
everybody kind of knew around the way that you was like special. You had a special talent. And, you know, it was just a matter of time before, you know, things evolved and you was able to,
just
you know, do
consistent.
your thing.
Honestly, everybody got a talent. You just gotta figure it
Fact.
out. Like, and like everybody got a talent. It was just
Mm-hmm.
I kept going with it constantly every day, not really understanding it, but teaching myself it like more about it every day. That's how you know what I'm saying to evolve. Um, everybody got a talent. Like it's just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like time to figure it out. But yeah, everybody got a talent, man. It's just
Mm-hmm.
our now, of course, with the music scene, everybody is a part of that now. Back then, it was like half the people you hear today is like I wouldn't. I don't recall seeing or hearing half the people that's coming out now. But like, it's a good thing to see. It's like history repeats itself all over again. So it's like it's kind of dope seeing it. You know, I support everybody. You know what I'm saying? I support everybody doing it.
Big
Um,
facts.
I don't try to belittle nobody, even if it's like something corny. It's like he gonna get better. Like you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
know he'll get better. He gonna learn the ropes of it. He might be comfortable where he at right now, but he gonna learn more about it. And you know what I'm saying. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how I analyze it. I don't be trying to play nobody because everybody's still learning. Everybody trying to figure their way out around it. But
Yeah.
we definitely
Now,
got a lot in the
I
city
got a
though.
question for you though.
What's up?
I got a question for you. When was your first like break as far as like the music industry is involved? Like,
Honestly,
I
I mean,
remember.
my first placement. I ain't getting no break, but I mean, I got a placement. My first placement, like, yeah, that was 2014. It's crazy how that even happened because that was a bad year for all of us. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a bad year.
Was.
But the crazy thing was that was my first placement. Um, well, my second placement actually with Dave East, and I sent him something, and I didn't even think he was gonna use the shit, but he ended up using it, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of like gave me the momentum, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak, to like, keep going. But um, and just being different places, interacting with different artists, like that kind of started to happen afterwards. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say like it was a break. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's when I actually was able to like, all right, cool. Now I can leave Benson Street. You get what I'm saying? Like I go
Mm-hmm.
a little further with it. But that's where that's kind of where that started at. But yeah. So but yeah,
I got
that's.
I got a question. How do you decide like what beats you want to send to, whoever you send it to?
I
Like you
mean,
said,
true.
like with Dave East. Like how did you decide? Like, all right, I want to send him like this beat, this beat.
I mean, honestly, beat makers do that consistently. It's a difference. It's a beat maker and it's a producer. Beat makers, they'll have a shitload of beats all day. An artist will hit them up, hey, I need a beat. They'll send it. Um, you could do that, but to me, that's not really building. You get what I'm saying? That's not really interacting with the artist because people do it all the time. Yo, Flame, I need a beat. All right, cool. Let's lock a date in. Let's get it. Let's get in the studio and see if we could build on something. And because one thing with me is I don't like forcing it. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't like forcing it to sound good because a lot of the times it don't sound good. So it'd be like, all right. And I don't like lying to nobody about this shit. It's like if it's corny, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
or we could do better. You get what I mean? Like or something. Or is you sure that's what you want to say on there? Like I ain't the asshole about it. I'm just blunt. It's like, you know, because I like good music. You know what I'm saying? I like to
Right.
hear shit. And it's like, if you feel like you ready to dump your money behind whatever you ready to do, such as, because you know, all that shit costs.
Right.
Beat sessions, all of that. Promotion. None of that shit free. So it's like, you want to put your money behind this? All right, cool. You sure this is, you want to put your money into this song? You content with what you just said on this song? You sold with it? Because I'm not. I think you could just, you know, but for the most part, I think that's what I prefer to do. I prefer to lock in with artists and build from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just sending them beats. But how I usually select it is like, if it's a person far out of range, it's like, yeah, sure. I got catalogs for that. Yeah, I'll send you a few beats. And or in reference, I'll ask them to send me something such as some of their work. So I can try to match it up with them. And normally what I do is I'll match their style or whatever they used to. It's always usually a style that stand out where I have a beat for pretty much any one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I don't have it on command, like on demand, then I'll either make something from scratch. But like I prefer to do anyway, make something from scratch. But yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
what
Your music, it just seemed like it's just always like organic. Like it feel like it's something that's really like straight from you personally.
it is. Pain. That's like music is therapeutic. That's
Mm-hmm.
like everybody's, you know, well, for me at least, I don't know about
Yeah.
everybody. That's therapeutic for me because it's like, you know, a lot of times you don't want to talk to nobody about whatever the fuck you got going on. Excuse my language, but it's like, you know, that's where I go at with mine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just so happen, as crazy it may sound, a lot of my decent work comes out during like hard times or, you know, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever's going on at the time. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's probably where my best creativity come from. Like during a tragic time or even like during the pandemic. I was like, I don't know, stuff just started coming out like during the first beginning, like when we all had to lock in and all that.
Yeah.
That shit, I was in the crib, man. All right, but instead of like, you know what I'm saying, not doing anything constructive with the time,
Yeah.
that's what I was at with it. I was like, yeah,
Use the positive.
yeah,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying. So that's how that started. Yeah.
That's what's up. All right,
What would
shall we
you
go? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, T.
say? I was gonna ask some what was like what do you feel is like was like your hardest project to do?
Bleeding. Uh, yeah, bleeding. The bleeding series. I did one all the way up until three, and then the deluxe. So yeah, the bleeding series. That's actually to me that was probably like the best project I did for myself. Um, but as far as anybody else with artists, I think me and my man Superstar K, we got like timeless joints, and it's crazy that a lot of them songs wasn't designed to be hits. They wasn't designed to be like, you know, but it was just like during that time and how with everything that was going on, like in the midst of constantly dropping music back to back, like we did like in 1 year, I say we did like 6 projects. We did 6 projects and constantly just kept hitting them over the head with it. So yeah, I think with K, that was probably like my strongest artist I ever got to connect with. Like you get what I'm saying? Between him,
Mm-hmm.
O, Core, um, I can say that's probably like the main three, besides myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and shout out to Superstar K, man. I've been following y'all for a minute, man, and he just
yeah,
got out.
yeah.
Um,
Came on.
how was that, man? How was that when he came home, man? How was the embrace, man?
I ain't gonna lie, I missed it. I missed it. We was in the studio. I said that. That was the first thing I said. I'm like, man, I missed this shit, man. Like, it's been 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because the drive he had when he left, he still got. It's just within that, you know, that 10 years, so much shit that went on since then. So
Mm-hmm.
my drive is. partially there, but not exactly. Being though it's just life, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens
Yeah.
sometimes. You might have a little period in this thing where it's like you might have to fall back from it for a little bit, not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
walk away from it,
Yeah.
get your head together, come back, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like a beat. If I'm putting a beat together and I find myself thinking too hard on it, I'll quit. I'll
Mm-hmm.
walk off, go smoke or something, come back maybe an hour later, get back to it. But yeah,
It's nothing like having your brother with you when you're doing the music, man. Something that you love, man. So I know that having him back was definitely something that
because
is really.
the doors I started to tap into, that's what I wanted for K. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He was supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? From the moment when he was here the first time. And the whole time he was going, I kept saying that. And I actually lined it up where it's capable now for him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the goal. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, man. For myself, I need him on with this. Like, you get what I'm saying? I need him
Yeah.
on more or less because there ain't too many people like him that survived a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he actually got a story that's, not fabricated.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Some
what I'm
real
saying?
shit.
Because it ain't too many people from our side that made it to tell their story. You get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like a lot of people ain't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
And maybe ones that may have been this or that, they might
yeah,
have a rap, but they don't have a story to go with it. You feel me? Like it's always some fabricated shit too.
yeah, it's like a made up
Mm-hmm.
story.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? But he actually got his own story, and that too. I think as artists, is everybody
Mm-hmm.
within this, everybody got to find a story to tell, and like the right, of course, but unique about it, because everybody caught up in a lot of the same shit that's being presented today. Is like, all right, cool. I know what you did outside. I know, all right, you rich. Oh, okay, all right, cool. You this, all right. How did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me the story of how this happened. Like, the trials and tribulations you went through.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. We're gonna jump to our first ad of the day.
This episode is brought to you by PeerSpace. PeerSpace is a peer-to-peer marketplace for booking space for events, meetings, and productions. Launched in February of 2014, PeerSpace is a privately owned company operating in the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Austin, Seattle, and Washington, D.C.
Yes, sir. PeerSpace, man. We use PeerSpace. Yes, sir. All right, Flame. I actually want to ask you something, man. Camden seemed like it's having an emergence of like, rap artists and musical artists, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real excited about it, man. Honestly, man, because I live in Arizona now, so when I tap in and I'm hearing stuff, the buzz that I'm hearing is really good, man. I'm really hearing a lot of musical talent from the city,
That's good,
um,
man.
and a couple of the artists that I really like, man. I think I jotted them down, man. I'm really fucking with Julius Worldwide. I think he's pretty dope.
JP.
I think I heard of Get Right Sour.
Yeah, Sour, that's my man.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that heavy. And then
Okay.
Apollo Ali, man.
That's
That's
my
an
guy.
artist that man, I know him for over 20 years, man. So I really fuck with him heavy, man. Who's an artist in Camden right now that you could say that's on the rise, or who you could say that you probably work with and is about to take off?
I haven't specifically like singled nobody out. I mean, I work with a lot, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty much. I mean, I know it's a few in the city I haven't worked with, but I mean, I pretty much network with majority of all of them.
Yeah,
Anybody, anything about music, they tapped in with me somehow.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Either if it was co-engineering, producing, songwriting, whatever. But
and you've received Producer of the Year in Camden before,
yeah,
right? You
at the
got an award.
Kuma Awards, yeah.
All right.
Me and they got they gave K Swag of the Year. Year award. Yeah.
That's
That was
dope.
our first actual award show over here. Yeah, so I mean, looking at it now, it's like, all right, cool. It gave everybody some kind of hope. Even
Mm-hmm.
though after realizing it didn't really mean shit. But it was like, just seeing how it gave everybody hope and brought everybody together. That was probably like the dopest thing of it all. Cause I'm talking about everybody was tapped in, like, and finding out who voted for me. I didn't even think that shit was for real. I'm like, you can't fucking vote for me for that. Like nah. You can't. I'm like, hold on, man. And my sister said she said she voted for me like 5 times. I'm like, how the fuck how you can do that? Because they say you was only allowed to vote once, but somehow
She probably doing it from multiple devices.
That's
Let me borrow your
she
computer real quick. Get on here. I gotta do something real quick.
said she was doing it on her girlfriend's page, and that's how she was able to get them extra votes in. But
That's
yeah,
what's up.
I winning it a couple of years back to back, man.
That's what's up, man.
It was a producer of the year and best producer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the rapping, I always felt like you had that talent, but you seem like you started with the producing first and got your feet wet with that, and then you started the rapping. Is there a method to the madness with that, or is it just?
It was like, see, the thing about it was, I think anybody who produces and rap, y'all gonna make the best songs, honestly. Because it like some artists, I'll make a beat, and some artists would be like, yeah, Flame, I don't really know how to catch that shit. You might have to help me. And then I feel me, and they'll be like, see, it sounds better when you do it. And it's like, yeah, because I know the beat. I know how like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of comes together. But then the real formula to it is trying to form what I know into an actual artist to get him to see it the way I see it. That's how it connect. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like ghostwriting.
Yeah.
So, but without ghostwriting, it's like you just much, but yeah,
you just know how to plug and play. You've been learning. I mean, you've been around music long enough that you could just plug and play, hear something, and
pretty much, man. But yeah, that's it, man. It's a few people, man. I think in the city, I definitely want to I don't mind networking with nobody. Me and Apollo, we did something a while ago. I definitely got to tap back in with him because he's
I was
definitely
gonna say that, man. That's definitely something that I feel like got to be done, man. Shout out to Apollo, man, but
definitely
I
shout
think
out.
that y'all got to get together one time, man. That's one thing I'm gonna throw in the air real quick, man.
Yeah,
You can throw that. If you can throw that home run in the air, man, I love to see that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of both of y'all, man.
Oh my God, we definitely gotta make it happen. So yeah,
We'll tap into the next segue of the show, man. We'll talk about life and family, man. I know just being a part of your family, man, what family means to you.
right.
Do you want to elaborate just on what family means to you, and you just talk about whatever you want to talk about as far as family is concerned.
Family is everything to me. Without family, it's like, well, since Nell passed, the family kind of got divided. You know what I'm saying? It used to be there's 4 seats at the table. Now, when that happened, it kind of like nobody wanted to sit at that table. You get what I'm saying? So that shit that put a big gap in the family. But having my own family is like, of course, that's what I will want. You get what I'm saying? Like my family at the table, pretty much the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Repeating history, just everybody all at the same table. But you definitely need, if you don't got no support of none, you gotta have the support of your family. That's your motivation right there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I know, like, family ain't always, you know, everybody got their own uh, definition for it, but mine's was, it was always solidified. You know what I'm saying? My family come first.
Yeah, no doubt. And you have a hell of a sister in Kelly.
Yeah, man, my sister, man, she live in Atlanta now. That's crazy. She over there bugged out off
I saw your story. Something about a pig was in her driveway. That shit had me cracking up.
out there. Go crazy. Yeah, you know, down there, that's southern. You know, all that's regular down there. You be seeing a lot of coyotes, all types of
Mm-hmm.
shit. But yeah, she was bugged out. She don't like nothing with legs, man. Man, she scared. But yeah, yeah. So I try to, and then with her, you know, I ain't gonna say I don't know nobody who can handle it the way she's handled it. You get what I'm saying? Like she handles it uh very well. And I just try to, like, you know, I know around this time I'm sure she be, you know, she have her moments, but you know, she's solid. She not one of those that's going to, you know, show you when she hurt, unless like she can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? But I always try to tap in with her to make sure she all right. We don't really touch bases too much on it because she
Yeah.
don't, you know, talk too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
always
just
try
make
to,
sure that's still connected.
right. I
Yeah.
give her, you know, we'll just touch bases on, you know, stuff he would do as of right now, or what he do and stuff like that. And that kind of just, you know, keep everything going.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
And like for me, Flame, it just feel like it always been something that it's hard to even talk about, but I feel like with him having been passed already, I feel like we do have like that guardian angel over us, man, because like you said, 2014 was just like a bad year for all of us with that happening. But it feel like, I don't know how you feel, but it would feel like when he did leave, it would feel like he definitely was watching over us. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel it.
Look, I Nell left 2014. Um, it's crazy. 2015, I got shot. I got shot in 2015.
Hmm.
Like I got shot at 3 times and was hit once.
Yeah,
Shit like that don't happen.
right.
You understand? Like it,
Yeah.
you know, don't happen like that. If somebody shoot at you once, it's like, all right, and it's aiming for you. It's like, all right, it's meant for you. All right, it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's whack you. But for somebody to throw it at you 3 times and you bounce back from it, it's like, all right. I'm like, ah. And the crazy thing was, like, I'm Muslim, but I wasn't even deening heavy. Like, I wasn't in, like, I'm talking about, I ain't go to the masjid, and I don't remember when. Like, I was way out of touch of everything. So it was like, you know, but when that happened, it was like, it made me look at things a lot different. But I definitely felt Nell with me that night. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, I felt him with me that night.
Wow.
Like, it's
That's
crazy,
crazy, man. That is
crazy,
very crazy, man.
crazy.
And just to have that kind of thing happen to you, man, like I said, the fact that you survived it when it was
Yeah,
intended for you, and you know what I mean, it was delivered
yeah,
for you. That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's like, yeah, that's definitely for real though, man. Like having
Mm-hmm.
a guardian angel, which I believe in it, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
And you
I
have
feel. Go ahead, T.
wait, I was gonna say you have your record label after him with the Nell Forever
Yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah, man. I definitely did that. I did that after signing with Ownbreed. When I signed the O'Malley label, right after that, that's when I did it. I did it right after that. Yeah, man. That's the actual label. And that's another thing. I know at some point I want to branch it out. You know what I'm saying? I just been I'm trying to design it a certain way. If that makes sense. Like I'm trying to set it up. I know what I'm looking for in the sound that I want. specifically ditch out under that label. So that's what I'm going for right now. But I'm not rushing it. So I'm just, waiting for everything to, unravel. And yeah, never forever the label, man.
Most definitely, man. And
Yeah.
Lion Family Media Group, man, we honor Nell. It ain't ever gonna be the same without him, man. But like you, Flame, we gonna honor him on this show until we don't do this show no more. You feel me? So much love and respect, man. We always gonna honor him, and we always gonna give him our high reverence, man, because his impact in all of our lives is just so important to the people that we are till this day, man. It's just crazy, man. So yeah, man. Long live Nell.
Right.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kick in. You started talking a little bit about it, but your future goals, Flame. You been in the music industry, or like you said, you've been tapping in for a long time. What are some of your future goals that you have?
I've been at it for a while, but actually getting like involved and really starting to learn more about it. Yeah, that happened about 2017. Like that's when I actually figured it out. But the goal now is just constantly networking, network, help other artists, develop their sound and keep it going. As for as long as I'm allowed to carry on with it and pass it on. You know what I'm saying? Pass it on and keep going.
And you have 2 daughters and a son now. Brand new newborn.
My boy, finally, man. That's it.
That's what's up, man. How is it now that you got a boy, man? You feel complete, like you don't need to have no more, or you want more?
It's crazy. Nah, I'm done. I stick a fork in.
Done.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm gonna definitely say it gives me a complete feeling, but it's like bitter because I definitely had intentions to have a son early on, more so before the world got as chaotic as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like bringing him here now during this time, I think I fear like I'm not stressing his future, but I fear more on his health before anything. Like I just try to I pray every day that his health remain in good standards for as long as we gotta endure this shit. But I think that's the
It's
grateful part
different.
of it.
This is different.
Yeah, it's like we never would have imagined no shit like this 10 years back. You'd be like, yeah, it's crazy, man. But so yeah, it's more of a bittersweet thing. But yeah, I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to have him under this shit, like in the midst of this.
These circumstances.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Under that for them. The objective was for them to have a better upbringing than what we went through. So it's like, and I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it's bittersweet, man. That's
Yeah, man. Because even with my little ones, man, it's just like what are the pending implications of the COVID? You feel me? Like they're gonna need the vaccinations, and what's gonna happen after the vaccinations? Is it gonna be this? Or is it gonna be that? Like it's just so much, man, that us as parents got to deal with. I think it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and they're not going to actually lay it all out for us to figure it out. It's kind of like you never know what tomorrow brings. So it's like I'm just thankful for the for right now for what's happening as of right now. I'm able to stand. I'm able to talk. I'm able to and that's that. Cause
more importantly, man, we just waiting for you to just bring us more great music, man. Cause definitely, man.
Totally honest with you about that. Since I had my son, I've been trying to shut him up so I can get in the studio, but it's kind of hard. Yeah, he don't be beat, so I'm gonna have to with me. Yeah. Even before he had came, honestly, man, I was having a tough time creating. It was like, during that, like what I mentioned earlier, I was going through that phase of just, trying to figure it out. But that's where I'm at with it now. I'm trying to get the drive. It's just been so much going on over the months. It's once I guess I get it handled as far as what I need to handle, then I'll be able to actually create the way that I want to. Because I got material, I'm just not happy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's decent, but I just know it could be better. Like so, it's
Yeah.
like it's either give it up what I got now or take more time with it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking my time with it. I
You
think
just
I
in your craft.
that in general when it came to music. I don't like rushing nothing. I don't care if the song, whatever artist trying to put the song out by next Friday is like, if I ain't pleased with it, it's gonna come out when it come out. And I think a lot of people need to stop, start taking more time with taking their time with creating, because that
Yeah.
shit,
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. And you more cut from the old school cloth, in my opinion. From hearing all your work and your music, you
because
cut
around
from more or less putting.
that shit really mattered. Like you had to really like present it, like you get
Mm-hmm.
feel it. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying. You really had to either write it out, perform it out, like or one or the other. Couldn't just now it's like auto tune this, auto tune that, like or
Too much of it too.
right or like
In some cases.
a lot of people don't put 16 bars on a song no more. They put 12 or back then finding out who had the most bars, that was the thing. Like you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That was the people wanted you'll tap into like a Hot 97 mixtape or a DJ Clue mixtape because Beans or whoever like did 97 bars, like shit like that was interesting. Like what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
and really format that into like a whole storyline or whatever he was talking about. Like for that long, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope, man. But yeah, I wanna get back into that. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I want to try to recreate that again. It's starting to come back slowly. Um, I was tapped in with the Locks when they did the verses.
That
Kiss.
shit
Mhm.
was lit.
We just talked about that
That
yesterday.
shit was
And
lit.
I needed that feeling. I ain't gonna lie, man. That energy alone brought me back, and it just gave me more hope. Like what I'm saying, it told me like that shit still exists. Like you get what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
that's been coming out, it's been kind of like a blur. You don't even
Yeah.
hear too many artists tapping in like how Kissing them was. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. And
go
the
with it.
fact that I feel like the fact that kissing them was actually saying their words, that shit really means something. That presentation.
That's what you had to do when you first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Even at shows when you perform, you got a
Mm-hmm.
lot to it. Like you know what I'm saying. You could have your ad libs. That was always a given. But having your whole song playing and you rapping over the song, no. Especially if you got people paying to see you, it's like no. If they wanted to lip sync some shit, they could go home lip sync your song, shower, or you know what I'm
On
saying.
YouTube.
Like they
Mm-hmm.
want to see you performing.
Right.
They
Yeah, sir.
want to feel like they was in the studio with you when you performed it. That was the purpose of seeing a live show, not a
Yes,
mimic.
sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. So that's definitely something that need to be recreated again. But it's a newer generation now, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
that too. Uh,
I got another question for you. So I
yeah.
saw where you did like a little film, what's it called? Like the Lick movie. You got any more,
Uh,
you got any plans for doing like a little like a film or anything? Or just
actually,
strictly sticking to music?
first, no. Nah. Honestly, nah. That was the first film we ever was taking the time to put together, but sad but truly, I don't even have that film. We never even completed it. Around that time, the director he ended up getting incarcerated, which caused him not to be able to finish. And then when he got out, K went in, so
Oh
we
damn.
wasn't complete that whole film. But it's crazy you even said that. I need to find out. if we could try to get that footage or something, because I do know we got some footage of it. Even if it could be like a short film or something.
You'll be good for a comedy, Flame.
Huh?
Don't even hold him, man. You know you'll be good for a comedy.
Shit.
You'll be good for a comedy.
I mean, if somebody put a script together or something, man, that'd be cool too. I'll tap in on that.
I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna work on
Yeah,
some
I'll tap in on it. I definitely.
I'm gonna go into the next segment though. Top 5, man. Your top 5 producers, or your top 5 just artists of all time, man. Give it to us.
My top 5 producers, I'm gonna say Alchemist. Alchemist, he's one.
Heavy.
Heat Makers. These pretty much all the producers that inspired me during the times, learning this. Of course, Neptunes, of course, Timberland, Swiss Beats. And no ID.
Oh yeah, no idea.
That's hard.
Yeah, no ID.
That's hard.
There's
Rappers.
some other ones, but those were the ones who kind of like right now with today's time, I'm kind of merged. I'm tapped into Hit Boy. Hit Boy. I've been tapped in with him. He's actually starting to like bring me back to how it was before. Like he's been tapped into that, and him too. He can make whatever, but what he's been putting together now, I heard on Nas King Disease 1 and 2.
That shit's hard.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. With it.
Yeah, Nas definitely brought it back with that. I mean, he always had it, but I feel like the proper producer.
That's
crazy.
He gave me a feel, man.
He
like
busy.
Yeah.
And with Alchemist, man, I love Griselda. I'm fucking with Griselda heavy, man. They bringing the bars all the way back.
Yo, did you ever see a video of Alchemist putting a beat together?
Yeah, it's intricate. That shit is crazy.
It's crazy. Because that was literally how I was doing it. Like my first placement, I wasn't using Pro Tools and none of that. I did everything off. And engineers look at me like, how the fuck did you loop that off piano? Like, you don't use no program? Like, I ain't using no program. And like, but wait, how did you? I'm telling you, I had this shit on my phone, the app. I was like merging sounds on there, creating like shifting them from my phone to my email and chopping it all up on this little app that I had on my phone. Like it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yes, sir. That's that Camden ingenuity. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of producers do that though. Everybody. Well, I'm sure the newer generation is doing it the one way, but it's like it really don't matter how you produce. Everybody got their own way of doing it. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Well, Flame, we'll give you a chance right now to shout out any type of your social media platforms before we get going. Shit, man, it's been an honor, my nigga.
I got a project, another self-project that I'm working on. I can't really say when it'll be officially ready, but that's something to look forward to. Me and O'Malley, we got some new material. That's something to look forward to. Superstar K, that's something to look forward to. I'm gonna tap in with Apollo later. That's something to look forward to. He might as well.
Yeah, he gotta see this shit, nigga, because I want to see that shit happen on the real.
I mean, shout out to everybody, man, and Sour too. I just tapped in with him about what he's doing right now. It's crazy how me and him even got started. It's crazy, but everybody, him, D Mills, everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. I went to school with them, so to see them like they're like them progress is crazy. Like D-Mill is so funny too. He's still funny. Like
Yeah, he
that's
was.
how I be forgetting he like the age he is. He's so little, but like he really a grown ass man.
Yeah, but yeah, both of them, man. They've been they came at me, you know, a few years back. How I even ran into them, but yeah, they always had a drive for this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And they brothers, right?
Yeah, they brothers. They brothers. Yeah, they always had a drive for this. So, um, but it's a lot of other artists, man. That's constantly on the on the move with this, and yeah, I commend everybody, man. You know, I look
Mm-hmm.
forward to networking with everybody in the future, and I see if we can put something together. But yeah, so that's what to look forward to, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shout out to everybody in Camden and Pensacola and Philly, anybody in like little tri-state area that we in, man, because
Yeah,
we definitely getting to working, and I think people starting to notice on some real.
yeah, they noticing. They always did, man.
Mm-hmm.
They always did.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But like Jersey in general, like I said, we just need to be each other's, you know what I mean, supporters and, you know what I mean, helpers to get where we need to go, man. Because I think me and you talked about it, man. The more love we have, the more support we have for each other.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely,
mean? We
definitely.
definitely gonna get to that. You gonna get to that plateau.
But like I said, with the Nell Forever, alliance, that's kind of where I'm going with it. I need Archie Collective artists that's more on a like a genuine support level, not more so because he got a project coming or because he's on the song with him. Like no,
Right.
actual genuine
Mm-hmm.
connection. You get what I'm saying under this
Mm-hmm.
roof. So that's what I'm looking to build. And like I said, in the near future, that's where we're gonna aim with it. Cause I mean, I'm sure everybody show love to a certain extent,
Mm-hmm.
but that kind of get in the way of things, if that makes sense. Like everybody just picking and choosing when to actually support, and it shouldn't
Right.
be like
Right.
close a lot of doors like that. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it kind of you know
And I think you alluded to it earlier, even when somebody might be, you know, on the come up, you know, their music might not sound right where it need to be at this point, but they building on, you know, who they want to be as an artist. You know,
well that too, it's
we
like
support
you
that too.
gotta you gotta find like everybody. It takes an artist some time to find their flow. Every artist that came out didn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily flow. They was all starting off mimicking like somebody, whoever inspired them, and that's where they'll get on the song and they'll actually partially sound like that artist until
Mm-hmm.
one day they just like, oh, okay, you know what? I figured this out. I know how to approach it now. Then their flow will start to come out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like back in the day at the lunch table. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
on the table rapping because it was groups that we had at that school. They all used to sound like the Rock, like back when the Rock first came out and all that. And now today, well, there's a few of them around still now, but they all got their own sound now.
Mm-hmm.
They all got their own sound. So I think that's what a lot of artists have to do: find your sound, find your flow, become content with it, go 110% with it. Like that's what you gotta do. Like that shit is extremely important.
No doubt, no doubt. See, you got anything for Flame before we get going?
No, I feel like he answered all my questions. I think that I'm just excited for the future product. A
Yeah,
dumbass. I'm excited for whatever you drop in the future. I look forward to
yeah.
it. See,
Appreciate
Nell Forever Records continue to grow.
I
I'm just
appreciate
proud of you, cuz I'm gonna give you your flowers too while you here. Like, keep going because you're growing. And
Hey man.
I really feel your music. Like, it's genuine music. Like, I feel your pain. You got a story to tell. You're gonna have more stories to tell, and just keep doing your thing.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we your number one supporters, man, and
No doubt.
we definitely just want you to keep going. Like T said, man, keep going. Get that
Yeah.
inspiration, get in your bag, man, and keep dropping us with them sneak peeks so we
Okay,
can put it here
you
on the show.
first ones. Y'all gonna be the first one to
Yeah,
know about, man. I gotta keep you updated. Got to.
no doubt.
You know what I'm
We love
saying?
you, cuz, man. We love you, cuz, man, and keep doing your thing, man. It's been a cool podcast, man. It's been real, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man, to this exclusive show. Check in with us. Tap in.
Peace.
Daddy met my mom around the liquor store. The late 80s, dollar bill they used to sniff the raw. My mama, she was rusted, Our Lady of Lords. 4 pounds, 2 ounces, I was premature. Damn near died, but still breathing. I guess Allah kept me alive for a good reason. That shit with Nell got me still grieving, still hurting, still bleeding. I'm paying child support for my daughter and still ain't see her. With all the money your mom getting, she still won't feed her. Art told me when she old enough to read the meter, she gon' pack it in that Uber and she gon' leave her. Don't get to thinking it's something I teach her. She just got her daddy smarts with her mama features. Let her come to me if you ain't trying to keep her, cause I love her and I need her. Feel like my life hit a 360. I still beat the case.